Large data set question here, and actually, this is one where it's quite difficult to do without having seen the large data set and spent a fair bit of time on it. So, part A, Clara calculates the values for the column headed shared motorized transport by doubling the value in the passenger in a car or van column of the original data set. Explain what assumption she has made and what other adjustment would need to be made to the data to account for this. Well, I'm going to show you the bit of the large data set actually. And it looks like this. This is for different local authorities. I mean, there's lots of information. You've got local authority here, lots of information on traveling. And these are two columns we have. So driving a car or van and passenger in a car or van. And basically what Clara has done is that she has assumed that there's going to be two people per vehicle. So if we've got a passenger in a car or van, there's going to be one other person driving, and so that's why we double the value. So Clara has assumed that there are two workers in each shared vehicle. So what other adjustments does she need? Well, we also have individualized motor transport. So she's kind of separating it because these people here driving a car or van, they might have passengers in or they might not. So you now have to make an adjustment to this column as well. So Clara, I mean, this is the bit where like you really need to have seen the large data set. What I would say is, you know what, it's 1 mark. Let's not stress too much. Okay. More important to practice the pure and other stats questions. Clara must then subtract the value in passenger in a car from driving a car or van to get the number who drove alone. So what I mean is like these driving a car or van, some of these cars are going to have two people in, and some of them are going to have, well, three people, but we're assuming either one or two. So because we've doubled this one, we now need to take that away from this one, and then we'll be left with the cars that have two people in and the cars that only have one people in, because some of these will have one in and some of these will have two in. So I hope I've made sense with that. Finally, Clara suggests that the average carbon emissions per worker due to travelling to work is larger in region B than in region A. Use data to support her suggestion and then use data to argue against it. That's quite interesting, the fact that we have to do both. So let's look at arguing for it. So emissions being due to traveling to work more in region B. Well, if we look at individualized motorized transport, then we see that there is a higher percentage of workers. So that that is one argument for it. A larger proportion drive alone in region B, 56.2%. Then region A, where it's 49.3%. But how can we argue against it? Let's have a look at some of the other ones. Well, in region A, we have a much higher percentage using public transport. So that is an argument against it. A larger proportion use public transport. In region A, 17.4% than in region B, 6.6%. Okay, so there might be other similar arguments that you can make. I think those are the two that really jump out. Yeah, well done.